Hello everyone and welcome to Assassin's Creed Valhalla with Longclaw and Valerian Steel, where we always deliver. It's time to unleash your inner Viking. I am so excited to bring you the newest and next gen Assassin's Creed content to my channel. I've just put this in my new Xbox Series X today and I'm so excited, already I'm hooked. I don't know why, but I've always been obsessed with all things Viking, and today I'm going to give you a little intro into the game, and over the coming weeks and months I'll show you how it pans out. So let's go berserk and have a look at this amazing game together. Well, let's see here. We're starting off at the beginning in a prologue that will set the backstory for your main character. Now, you have various settings you can enable during your initial switch on, and I selected Viking, which is somewhere in the middle and gives you some help finding your mission directives and setting the narrative. You can set this so that you basically have no help at all. Depending on your skill level, you could just go at it alone and see if you can find out what you need to do. But in my experience, these games are huge and you need a little bit of help, because you can spend a lot of time wandering about, not really knowing what you're doing. And being a content creator, I need to maximize my time, but this is up to you. So the opening scene, I picked up an arm ring and I wandered out into the main hall, and everyone is feasting and dancing. You can have a little dance as you wander around the room. You encounter a few characters. By the way, you're playing as young Eva. Now at this point your character is supposed to be gender neutral and you'll be able to choose if you want to play as a male or a female. I chose a male. You can interact with both your parents, who both seem to be warriors. Your father's like an earl figure and your mother is a shield maiden, and you prepare to present your arm ring and pledge fealty to the king. This seems to be your hall. By the way, let me just mention, I'm already taken back by the detail here. It's just beautiful. A really well put together game that looks, feels and sounds awesome at this early point. There's a few really touching moments with the family, and let me say, I've loved all the Assassin's Creed games, but I'm especially excited about the Viking story, as I'm such a fan of the Viking era. I just can't get enough of it. But just when I'm enjoying some of these tender moments, all hell seems to break loose. My mother and father go running outside, and you can hear and feel and see the sounds of battle. You're left to wander around inside the hall, but I'm whisked away as I get close to the door by my mother into the heat of the battle. My mother is throwing me left and right and she's killing people all over the place. It's really a beautifully well put together scene, and it's harrowing to watch everything going on around you and you're sitting there helpless, but you want to get involved. My mum drags me away and throws me onto a horse and tries to get me out of the way, but somebody screams nearby and she runs into a barn, and I look at the floor. There's a huge sword there, and I drag it as best I can across it to the courtyard, and somehow I end up helping without realizing it, and I get confronted by the soldier, and it looks like it's all over, and then one of the young Viking guys comes in and rescues me. It's a horrible but detailed sacrifice that my father makes to save his clan by giving up his own life, even while his shield maiden wife is screaming at him, "You've got to fight, you've got to fight." And of course young Eva watches the whole thing. I do get taken away by the young Viking, but we come into some trouble. I fall off a cliff and I have a visionary moment. There's a wolf who approaches me, and it looks like he's being, he's going to kill young Eva, but at that moment you're reminded that you're in an Assassin's Creed game, and you can start to see the Helix Animus come to life. And then you cut to a scene where your character has grown up, and you've at this point chosen whether you're going to be a male or female, and he's the adult version of Eva, who looks like he's being taken away as a slave, but he manages to escape, and that's where his journey begins. And we'll be there with him. Let me know what you think about this very first Assassin's Creed video in the comments, and I'll see you soon.